Hi, I'm Tim and this is Timberway Designs. In this series of videos, I will make a cabochon out of rocks that I buy or purchase. This week, got some Ohio Ridge Flint that Tammy from Pennsylvania donated to me. Let's make a cabochon. So actually, Tammy donated 3 pieces of Flint, and I figured it'd be kind of fun if I put it out to a vote to the viewers and pick the one that I will make a cabochon out of. So just kind of reminder here what they look like. This was choice number 1, right there. This was choice number 2. And this was choice number 3. So I gave everybody till noon on Wednesday, which is today, to vote. And I put a poll on the Facebook page, and then a lot of viewers voted in the comments. So I added up all the votes, and the winner is, by a large margin, number 1. Number 1 got 150 votes. Number 2 got 30 votes. And number 3 got 12 votes. So I will be making a cabochon out of this rock right here, number 1. So get it dried off. And then I'll be making cabochons out of these 2 eventually. So let's move them off to the side. And what I decided here was I'm going to do a barrel. Get my Sharpie. And let's see, it's going to go that size, get all the water off of it. Probably about like, actually it wasn't this piece, I cut a slab off. I'm going to use this piece instead. Now this will be the front, and this will be the back, but there you can see there's some druzy pockets right here, and I don't want them in there because they look like they go kind of deep, and I don't want them to pop out on the front here. So we're going to go with this one here, and we're going to go right below the druzy pocket. Get a little bit of that in there, and mark it. Come on, Sharpie. Oh, Sharpie's not cooperating. I wonder there we go. Maybe we got it to work now. There we go. Okay. So there's my shape. Take it down. We'll cut it out on the trim saw, and then we'll grind down to the lines. And then we'll make a cabochon out of it. So I will meet you downstairs on the trim saw. All right, we're down here on my high-tech 5-inch trim saw. We're going to trim out this flint. So there it is. Like I said, the more you trim, the less you grind, but you got to be careful how close to the edges you get with some of these rocks here. That's definitely close enough for me. I got a little close on this edge here, but I don't like to get that close, but we're still outside the line. So let's take it over to the cabber and we'll grind it down to the lines and get it ready for a dop stick. We're all set up here on my Kingsley North 6-inch cabbing machine here. And we're going to grind down to the lines first. And we'll start with the 80 grit. 220 grit, and then clean up the 220 grit lines on the 80 grit or 280 grit. Then I'll put a dop stick on it, and then we'll make a cap. So let's get started. when you're grinding a hard rock, especially this flint here, you start getting conchoidal fractures or chips will start flying off along the edges here because this stuff is so hard. Just kind of use caution, especially on the higher grit. When you're getting close to the line, you don't want a big piece to go flying off and mess up your cab. So now we're going to move to the 220 grit. Now remember, anytime you're working with the radius here, make sure you keep moving. You don't want to grind a flat spot in there because then you won't get the marks out on this wheel here. Alright, I think that's close enough for me. Now we're going to move to the 280 grit and finish the down to the line here. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to put it on the dot pot and then we'll be back to make the cab. Okay, we're all topped up here. So what am I going to do is I'm going to grind a flat edge about an 1/8 inch high, 2 millimeter-ish along the bottom edge here, and at a 45-degree angle I'm going to come down. And then once I establish that, I'm going to go back up and grind my way towards the center here. And once I get that, this is called the girdle on the bottom. Once I get that all set up and ground to the center, and then we'll start putting a dome on it and finish it. So let's get started. Oh, we'll start with the 80 grit, and then we'll go to the 220 grit. Basically, you're taking the scratch marks out from the 80 grit, and then from here we'll go to the 280 grit, take those scratch marks out, kind of smooth the edges, and then we'll move on to the polishing side. Okay, got my girdle established here. You can see I got an angle ground in here, not a little less than 45, but it's still an angle. So now I'm going to hit this edge right here and work my way to the center. Now stay away from your girdle now. You established that. You don't need to be going down here anymore. And this stuff is really hard. I'll edit the video out, but I've been grinding on this thing for quite a while on this wheel here. So we'll keep on trucking. Okay, I usually don't go all the way to the center. You can keep cutting angles all the way to the center. I just get close to the center, and then I got enough there to start doming. So we're going to start doming it now. All right, getting pretty close there. I want to round the top just a little bit more here. All right, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to move on to 220. All right, now on the harder stones, I like to stay on the 220 grit a little longer to make sure you get all the scratches out, because it's not disappearing like as fast as calcite or something like that. So you gotta kind of work these a little longer, or else you're gonna find scratches when you get to the other end. Then you gotta come back and start over. Now we'll move on to 280. Alright, let's see what we got going here. It's looking pretty good so far. Got the corners nice and rounded. Now I'm going to shut you off. We're going to move over to the polishing side. Alright, we're over here on the polishing side. We got 600 grit, 1200 grit, 3000 grit, and then I got a cerium oxide pad around the corner right here. So we'll start with the 600. Alright, we're moving on to the 1200. Look at that. That is a dry stone, and that was off the 1200. So, yeah. Now we're moving on to 3000. All right, got that. And I could just basically stop right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the cerium oxide. Yeah, quite impressive. All right, I'm all set up on the end. This is a cerium oxide disc. It's impregnated with cerium oxide. When it wears out, you just heat it up and peel it off. There's a rubber pad underneath it. We got an irrigation system here, so we'll put a little water on it. I got to put a splash shoe in place because this is like a sprays water everywhere. So let's start. Well, I don't think we got to spend too much time on here. It was pretty shiny going into this, so little pant leg here. Wow. Look at that. This is probably one of the shinier ones I've done. Tammy did really good making some selections for this Cabochon here. So I'm going to throw this in the freezer, pull it out, get it off the stick, and then we'll take a closer look at it. So we're back upstairs. Got ourselves a really pretty Ohio Ridge Flint Cabochon made from this here. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to look at this a little closer. You got to look at this. So here's the Cabochon I made from the Ohio Flint that Tammy sent me. Isn't that beautiful? Really nice shine, nice pattern, no cracks, no pits. Which, you know, when I was first looking at the rock, I thought, oh man, there's got to be some cracks in this. There's just too much different material in here. But no, it's all solid. Nice colors. That's why this was #1 right here. So here's the original rock. I cut a slab. That's a slab I cut originally, and there's another piece there. I cut a slab off for this Cabochon. Yeah, the patterns are awesome on this thing. So we got, Tammy made really good choices of what she sent me because I can't complain about this at all. So anyway, I really appreciate the participation in the poll and helping me choose the stone to make a cab out of. I appreciate it so much. This is a second place winner. And I went ahead and made cabs for these. Here's the second place cab. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice shine. Nice pattern. Even looks like a big crack down there, but it's full of calcindi or something in there. It's just no flaws. It just looks like it's flawed, but it's hard and it's solid. Look at that. It's that one there. That was the second place. And here's third place rock. The one had the little lines in here. Good size rock. I'm going to get a few more slabs out of this. So here's the Cabochon I made out of this one. I incorporated some of that white in the top there to get a little contrast. This thing is just gorgeous. Isn't that cool? I'm impressed. I got no complaints about that. So here's 3 beautiful pieces of Ohio Ridge Flint got from Tammy. out in Pennsylvania there. So we'll take one more look at this though. Your number one choice right there. So there you have it, 3 cabochons I made out of 3 pieces of flint from the Ohio Ridge Flint Hill, or whatever you call it out there. But I really appreciate the rock and donation from Tammy, and then this is what you end up with. I hope you enjoyed following along, watching me take that flint Tammy sent me and make cabochons out of it. I know I kind of snuck the other 2 in. I didn't give any hint that I was going to do those, but I figured you took the time to vote and go to my poll. I figure you deserve to see the other 2 cabochons in this video here, even though I didn't show making those. All 3 of them are going to be on sale on Etsy, like I mentioned before. Been pretty good about getting the stuff on there, so hopefully by the end of the week, these cabochons will be on there, minus the one Tammy selects. So thanks for participating in the poll and giving me the input for what cabochon you liked. I think that was kind of fun. And I'd like to thank the subscribers out there. You know, like I said, the numbers keep kind of creeping up, and you know, it's a positive up, you know, and that's good. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. The button's down below. It's absolutely free. And once you subscribe, slide on over and give me a thumbs up, because that gets the analytics out there so more people can find the content. And then you can ring the bell or push the bell button, and you'll get notifications when my videos come out. And they got a hyperlink thing on for mobile devices, if they're still doing that, I don't know. And then there's something else. Oh, you can share it with whoever you want. Just push share button. It'll come up with all kinds of Facebook or whatever platform or social media you like to use. So next week, I got me a piece of jasper from out west. Jacob out in Idaho donated some rocks to me, and I thought this one was really interesting. It's got some pretty cool colors in it. So we're going to cut this up and make a cabochon out of it. So appreciate you watching. Come on back. These come out every Saturday, and I got another series where I cut rocks in half that come out every Wednesday. So come on back and check out the content. So thanks for watching. That's all I got, and I'll catch you later.